So someone should stop painting when at a certain age, or if they're in a certain place, or it's like what
Painting is different,
it's.
though. Painting
No,
is
it is
different.
not. It's only different because of the industry that's been created, and that's my issue with this conversation. If
No,
we're
that's
talking
a
about rap industry versus the
well.
actual.
Here's
Go
part
ahead.
of the thing that hip hop is youth culture, and there is room for older rappers, and there absolutely should be more space made for the 45, 50-year-old rapper, because the 45, 50-year-old fan wants to hear what they have to say. But painting is not meant for young people. Painting is not intended for young people. Hip hop is
What about
intended.
jazz?
The
Jazz was
main
youthful.
Jazz was the dominant music of its time. It is no longer that, right? It was meant for
Okay.
young people. It is no longer aimed at young people.
Here's the
So,
issue I have with this whole thing. We're talking about writing. We're
mm,
talking about craft. There's a difference between craft and wanting to be successful within the music industry and the zeitgeist of where the culture is right now, which also doesn't have a no one cares how old you are. People only industry people care how old you are. Audience only wants to feel something from a song. If that nigga made a slap, no matter how old you are, if you made a slap, if you made a slap, people would enjoy it because they feel it. That's just the truth. It's happened before. It's happening more often than now. And we want an Andre 3000 album. You're talking about how this genre was invented and created, but it's completely youth culture. That's who created it. But those same people who created it are still here and still alive. Whether it's something that's super successful because of industry push, that's your own thing. That's a whole different other thing than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeling that you have no value in an art form because of whatever space you are mentally, because of your age, because of where you live now, because of how much money you don't have or how much money you do have. Like someone feeling like, I come from this place, I don't have any money, I can't make a rap song because I can't talk about money and cars. There's that. People have that perspective. There's people who have money and cars and a good life and a wife. Oh, I can't rap because I have a wife. Think about that. That's the same perspective to say, I can't rap no more because I have a wife and I live a different life. But then you have someone like Toby Nwigwe, who I love to bring up because he puts his whole family in the forefront and creates an amazing show better than 80 to 90% of rappers out there, and has amazing music and presentation.
Toby's
It's the art.
fantastic. The idea that you have to talk about the things that young people want to hear about, or the things that we have said rappers are supposed to talk about: drugs, women, guns, whatever. I mean, like,
Yeah.
obviously you don't have to talk about that. Obviously Rap Latte is like,
I don't think it's obvious. I don't think it's obvious to the
it's
to the
obvious to you and
community.
I that does
Yes.
not make any sense.
Yeah.
And for our perspective, we want to see MCs talking about a wide array of
Anything.
things. And I
Anything.
mean, if that's the big point, then fine. And that may be revolutionary within hip hop, that we want to see it normalized to be a 40, 45-year-old rapper talking about, I don't know, divorce or co-parenting or children. I mean, like, even ASAP Ferg on his last album doing a song about getting molested as a kid, which is probably going to be difficult for a 20-something to write and have a perspective on. But when you get older, you have more perspective on your past.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I appreciate that. I'm thinking about to Will Smith, younger Will Smith, making songs about parenthood, right? And being happy and excited to be a parent. Like, I want those records. I have wanted a more mature wing of hip hop for a long time. I understand the problem. People who are grown generally don't rush out to buy records or stream records.
When you say grown, what are you saying? Because
Over
the app.
35.
Okay,
We don't
that's
generally
fine.
we don't generally go buy tickets, and we don't. I had this conversation once with this brother who was a little bit older than me. This is about 15 years ago. And the brother says to me, where's the music for grown folks like us? Like, where's the new Anita Baker album? And I was like, well, funny you say that, because Anita Baker released an album 2 months ago, and you don't even know that because you have your family, you have your car dealership, you do that shit. you don't consume any media that would have let you know that Anita Baker is out. So why would the industry feed you when they can't even reach you? They don't even know how to. You want Anita Baker. They gave it to you, and they couldn't even figure out how to tell you they got it to you. As opposed to the kid who watches Rap Latte, Breakfast Club, Hip Hop DX, whatever the fuck, knows, so and so's album comes out on Tuesday. I will be there Monday at midnight or whatever to be ready, to be rocking it. Like that's who we make music for.
I think there's two issues with that statement. One in being that it's one part the industry, one part I think it's 50-50 industry and audience. The reason why the 40-year-old doesn't know where to get a new record, which is not exactly true at all, which I have stats to kind of prove it, or we don't hear it, is because of how the industry is. We all don't know what's coming out. I had no idea Larry June album came out till like 3 weeks later, and I be looking for shit. So I had no idea of so many there's so many albums, and I'm an active. No, but that's industry. That's not me. That's industry. I'm looking and I don't see it.
I'm saying the industry has a problem with how do we reach people who we haven't been able to find.
No, they have a problem with as being part of the industry. They have a problem with understanding how to reach anyone. They don't know how to reach anybody. That's why artists who reach people have their own way and their own system of creating a fan base, and the industry comes in and picks up that system, because if they knew how to reach new fans, they wouldn't have all the problems they have right now. The industry has no clue how to find new fans. This is a fact.
I'll give you that for sure.